Keane RIPS Trent Alexander-Arnold apart despite Player of the Match award. Welcome to l.f.c Transfer Daily News. Don't forget to like and subscribe. When he lined up at left back for England against Finland in Helsinki last night in the UEFA Nations League, Trent Alexander-Arnold showed again why he is one of the best fullbacks in the world. After rarely playing under former manager Gareth Southgate, before being trialled in midfield during the opening games of this past summer's Euros, Trent has now become a starter under interim manager Lee Carsley. Last night it was at left back. This came as a real surprise to many, but, in classic Trent fashion, he got on with it, and he added to the attack as he always does. He registered a goal-creating action by finding Angel Gomez, who subsequently played in Jack Grealish for England's opener, before sending a quite sensational free kick into the top corner to make it 2-0. He also stemmed Teemu Pukki's attack, allowing Jack Grealish to win the ball back and set England on their way to a move that resulted in Declan Rice making it 3-0, and yet the age-old take that Trent can't defend reared its ugly head. Speaking on the ITV broadcast after the game, former Manchester United midfielder turned shouty pundit Roy Keane made sure to note, "I can't believe how bad he is defensively, and against better teams of course he'll be found out." He gave kudos to Alexander-Arnold before this, saying, "You give time to Trent, his decision-making, his quality passing, he's fantastic." Is Alexander-Arnold a bad defender? Whilst it is an established narrative at this point, it feels like a lazy comment from Keane given the Liverpool man's performance in the game. He was integral to England's victory and made no outstanding defensive errors. The most notable error of any kind came in a duel with Finnish attacker Fredrik Jensen, in which Alexander-Arnold challenged Jensen and the ball broke Jensen's way, resulting in a shot blazed over the bar from a tight angle, but Trent did his job there. He readjusted his position, challenged the ball and forced his opponent into a bad decision with poor execution. The idea that he'll get found out against better teams when he's played in 3 Champions League finals and not made any noteworthy defensive errors in any of them points to criticism for criticism's sake. Many of the world's top managers have shown their belief in Trent for years now, and that is not by accident. And should he continue to start for England, they will, as Liverpool have, be grateful for his presence. One of Jurgen Klopp's first Red Bull moves could strengthen Man United. When it was announced last week that Jurgen Klopp was set to become Red Bull's global head of soccer, little attention was paid to the idea of him helping Liverpool's direct rivals. It's understandable that the fanfare was around the legendary coach returning to football in general, as well as the moral conundrum of him joining the Red Bull group. But between Klopp and his former assistant Pep Lijnders, who is having a torrid time as head coach of Red Bull Salzburg current, Liverpool are now inextricably linked to the organisation, and because of this, the report by Team Talk that Manchester United are interested in signing Salzburg right-back Amar Dedic in January leaves a bit of a bitter taste in the mouth of Reds. By that point, Klopp will be in his role and Lijnders would surely have to give the green light for Dedic to leave. The idea of such iconic Liverpool figures aiding Manchester United in their aims to return to the top of English football won't be received too kindly on Merseyside. This is far from a given, though, as Brighton and Napoli are also reportedly interested in securing the Bosnian international's services. Dedic's Liverpool dislike. Lijnders' side already have a direct link to Liverpool, signing youngster Bobby Clark and taking Stefan Bajcetic on loan from Anfield. The two have seen consistent action under Lijnders, but the Austrian giants have come under fire recently due to their abysmal results, the worst of which being a 5-0 drubbing by title rivals Sturm Graz in their last match. After a 4-0 defeat in the Champions League to French side Brest at the start of the month, the Manchester United-linked Dedic declared, "I won't say the reasons now, but there are certainly reasons for the side's poor performances." And although that statement is bizarrely cryptic, Austrian outlet Krone reported that some players have been unhappy about changes to the starting 11, least of all Bajcetic and Clark's roles in the side. The two unexpectedly made their Salzburg debuts against Sparta Prague in the Champions League, with the Austrian side going on to lose that game 3-0. Dedic, apparently, isn't too happy with Lijnders' apparent favouritism of his former Liverpool men. It seems, then, that Manchester United might be the best place for him to be. Why Arne Slot will be worried after Caoimhin Kelleher howler. Caoimhin Kelleher hasn't pulled his punches regarding wanting to be a starting goalkeeper. During the last international break he responded to questioning stating that he wanted to play, week in week out, and he wasn't best pleased at Liverpool's signing of Georgian shot stopper Georgi Mamardashvili. Coupled with Liverpool rejecting a bid from Nottingham Forest in the summer, it is clear that Liverpool are prioritising their needs over the players. Kelleher has got another extended stint between the sticks as Alisson reportedly faces 6 weeks on the sidelines with a hamstring injury. Similar to last season, Kelleher will want to use this opportunity to put himself in the shop window. The Corkman has also established himself as the Republic of Ireland's number one. A string of good performances for the national side has helped his stock, and he was on his way to another fine display on Sunday during the UEFA Nations League clash against Greece, picking up the broadcaster's Man of the Match award, before an error on his part in the 91st minute killed the game stone dead. When will Ireland players learn? Speaking on RTE, ex-Liverpool star Ray Horton, who had awarded Kelleher the honour, said, after doing so well for the rest of the game, "Kelleher, you've just got to clear your lines. When will Ireland players learn? You can't all play out from the back, sometimes you've got to play the ball downfield." A really poor, loose pass from him, unlike the way he's played tonight, out of his 18-yard box and trying to push his team up the pitch as they chased a 1-0 deficit to Greece. Kelleher misread the play and passed a ball straight to Petros Mantalos, who subsequently rounded him and made it 2-0 to Pyrotiko. The reference to playing out from the back is particularly pertinent, especially in light of these comments from Feyenoord goalkeeper Justin Bijlow, who worked under Arne Slot. When the coach arrived, we had a completely different philosophy at the club. Playing football from the back was not our thing. The professionalism, with everything around it, has improved a lot. The coach played a big part in that, he told The Telegraph. Thanks for watching, like and comment, subscribe.